Can we have Gujarat on the stage, please? Sir, can we have you in the front? We have Karnataka. Sorry, we are going to just go a little quickly. Can we have Karnataka, please? Next in line for the coastal states, can we have on the screen, please? Can we have Maharashtra, please? The fourth in the category, we have Orissa, please. And the last achiever in the coastal states, then we have Tamil Nadu. So the next category for today's function, we have landlocked states. Can we have the first state? Haryana as the first landlocked state in the achiever category. Can we have next, please? Can we have Telangana? Can we have Telangana, please? Next in the category, can we have Uttar Pradesh, please? Last in the landlocked states, can we have Uttarakhand, please? Uttarakhand, please. The next category, we have Northeast states. Can we have the first states? That's Arunachal Pradesh, please. Can we have Arunachal Pradesh on the stage, please? And the next in category, can we have next, please? Can we have Arunachal Pradesh, please? Sir, I'm sorry, I think we'll go to the next one directly. Assam, please. Can we have Assam, please? Just quickly on the stage. Yes, can we get this sheet? So the last category in the leads, we have Union Territories. Can we have the UT category, please? So the first award in the UT goes to Chandigarh as the achiever category. We have Chandigarh. Delhi, please. Can we have someone from Delhi as well? Yes. So we have also kept some special awards for the first time in Leeds. And can we go to the special award category? So we have first, Sir, Andhra Pradesh in the logistics services. I'd like to honor them for the logistics services, AP. Next, we have the special category in sustainability. Can we have the next one? Goa, please. Can we have someone from Goa for the special? For the logistic infrastructure, can we have Madhya Pradesh, please? For the better regulation and operations, can we have the last special award category for the leads today? Can we have Rajasthan, please? we finish our awards for the state. Sir, Rajasthan, do we have anyone from Rajasthan? Sir, I think that's it. Sir. Sir, now that we started the... Sir, we will, sir. Sir, we would like to request you now to kindly release the LEAPS report. I'll request Shubhranshu and Anurag to also run on the stage from the Deloitte, who are our partners today, sir. If we can just have a group photograph with you. Thank you so much, sir. So we will request for another release of a booklet on logistic cost framework. Can we have Ms. Poonam from NCR quickly on the stage? Anyone else? If you have anyone, sir, can you also join ma'am on the stage from Nasir? Please, quickly. Can we have the reports for both of them? And yes. Can we have the video, please? Professor Shobit, please. Thank you. Sir, we have, sir, we have. Sir, can we have another one, please? Yeah, just on the stage, quickly. Sir, there it is, please. So there's a short video release of Gati Shakti courses. I'll request Manoj sir to please be on the stage as we release the 15-hour courses on PM Gati Shakti with Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. So if you can come and just, so we'll just have the video for the launch if you permit, sir. Please.
The DPIIT.
So.
And ISEC N presents the course on PM Gati Shakti. This 15-hour course on PM Gati Shakti for efficient infrastructure planning and development shall be available on iGOT platform for the usage of civil services officers and help with the curriculum of CTIs and ATIs. Additionally, this course on the UGC Swayam portal will cater to the entire student community. Through an MOU signed between GSV and DPIIT last year, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, as a nodal agency across India, conducted the workshop involving 100 officers from various CTIs, ATIs and different ministries. As a follow-up to the deliberations at this workshop, GSV is now ready to launch this 15-hour course on PM Gati Shakti. Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, in its industry-driven approach, is currently working with CONCOR, Indian Army, Indian Air Force and Indian Navy for executive training in logistics and supply chain, and with the Gujarat Infrastructure Development Board for capacity building. This 15-hour course material is structured into 6 modules, covering key components, technologies, layers, project life cycle and use cases of PM Gati Shakti. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So with this, we'll come to the second list of awards, sir, which we have for today, which is Logistic Excellence Advancement and Performance Shield, sir. And as you are very well aware, sir, that in LEAPS, where we recognize the good work of the states, here, sir, we have the good works of industry and whoever has done the best, sir. So, sir, can we have, yes. So now we'll start with the LEAPS, Logistic Excellence Advancement Performance Shield. So the first category today is the core logistics, sir. I'll just request everyone to enter from this hand side and then leave from that side. It will be easier. So can we have the 3 top finalists in the category? So these were the top three nominees, and the winner for the award today is, can we have Kerry Indev Logistics Private Limited on the stage, please? Round of applause, please. We're going to go quick, so let's not stop with the applause, please. So the next category was the core logistics. In core logistic category is maritime freight service provider in the top three. And can we have the winner in the category, please? Can I have a Vishaka Container Terminal Private Limited on the stage, please? Next category, please. For the next category, we have multimodal transport operators. Can we have the top three finalists, please? And the awardee for the day is, can we have Mana Logistics Limited on the stage, please? The next in category, we have rail freight service provider. And can we have the top three? And the winner, can we have DP World Rail Logistics on the stage, please? The next category, please, can we have the road freight service provider and the top three? So road freight service provider, sir, and the winner, can we have CJ Dasan Logistics Limited on the stage, please? The next category, we have next category is warehouse service provider, industrial and consumable. Can we have the top three? Top four. Sorry. And the winner for the day is, can I have APM terminal? Can we have APM terminal, please? So warehouse has always been important, and we kept two special categories. This being the industrial and consumable, and we also have an additional category of agriculture. The next category, warehouse service provider in agriculture. Can we have the top three? Top two. And the winner is, can we have the Globus Warehousing and Trading Private Limited on the stage, please? We have two special categories when it comes to startup sector in the logistics, and the first one being logistics operation. Can we have the top three finalists? Can I have the winner, please? MySec Logistics Private Limited. Can we have you on the stage, please? Next in the startup category, then we have the next category of logistics, technology and startup, and the top finalist and the awardee. Can we have Sarvodaya Infotech Private Limited? The next MSME logistics service provider categories. Can we have the top three? And the winner is, can we have Shipwaves Online Limited on the stage, please? I request you to be a little quick. We are running out of time. All fit people are supposed to run to the stage. Please do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can we have the next category? Institution, education and skill development, a very, very important field and close to our heart. Can we have the top three? And the winner for today is IIM Mumbai. If we have award for this year, which is the logistics service delivery for e-commerce operation. Again, taking a leaf from the DPIT initiatives. Can we have the top three? Yeah, and can we have the winner, please? Can we have Delivery Limited on the stage? After this, we have this last category, the awards. We have one, please. For the evening, though all of you are a winner, but still we have to stop at one point, and so we can have multimodal logistics service provider, 3PL service provider, top three nominees and the winner. Can we have Pushpak Logistics Service? On the stage, thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. All the categories are done, sir. But, sir, I think we have all been waiting to hear from Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister. We always have a lot of insightful messages coming from sir. Sir, I think we're not letting you sit at all, but please do take this podium, sir. Thank you.
A very good evening to all of you. My colleague in the Ministry, Honorable Minister Jiten Prasad, Secretary, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Shri Amardeep Bhatia ji, Joint Secretaries, Shri Ahirwar and Mr. Srinivas, all the very distinguished participants from across the country, different states, different stakeholders of the logistics sector, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, my apologies, I could not be with you for the whole program but I'd requested Jiten to hold the fort, and I believe you've had some very good engaging discussions. Bhatia ji was just sharing some of the wonderful suggestions you all made. I had other pressing political meetings to handle, and I assure you that each one of the suggestions, all the interaction that's happened, will be taken up in right earnest so that we can benefit from your presence today and from the advice that we have received from truly the experts in the system. Government can at best facilitate, but you are the ones who are on the ground, on the field, who would know best what needs to be done, what can impact India's future. And therefore, I'm really grateful to all of you for taking the time, for being with us in this beautiful setting. How many of you are coming to Bharat Mandapam for the first time? Oh, quite a few. I hope it was worth it. And have you seen the G20 leaders room where the G20 meeting took place? Not yet. But just ask somebody to organize that they can see this room next door also. Somebody from our team just make sure that they open that door. It'll be a very exciting visual to watch. The room where Prime Minister Modi led the G20 discussions is right next door. This is where the leaders from across the world would come and have their cup of coffee and their bilaterals and side meetings. So this was the leaders' lounge. That's the G20 room. How did you like Bharat Mandapam as a whole? The convention center. Why I'm asking you this is that this is the new India. This is the India of tomorrow that Prime Minister Modi is preparing us for. Ultimately, one can say, okay, so what's the big deal? It's a convention center. Or there are beautiful exhibition halls along with it. But it's not one, by the way. There are two. Simultaneously work started and simultaneously work was finished 1 month apart at Bharat Mandapam and Yashobhumi at Dwarka. The convention center there is even bigger than this one. The exhibition halls there are even grander and much, much larger. And collectively, we are today in a position to host world level, world class exhibitions, conferences, and showcase to the world India's strength in a variety of sectors. We've had 3 or 4 very large programs where the entire sector, textiles was one, Bharat Tex, A to Z of textiles, including even the chemicals that go into textiles, including software that goes into AI-enabled sewing machines, including farmers or the ginning mills, spinning mills, weaving mills, garmenting, man-made textiles, cotton textiles, the entire value chain came under one roof. Last year it was at Bharat Mandapam and Yashobhumi, both. This year also I think it's both. And showcase to the world India's strengths in that sector. We had Bharat Mobility. It's the second edition is on 17th of January. Prime Minister Modi hopefully will do us the honors of inaugurating it. And I would invite you to come to Delhi and visit some of these exhibitions, because your chest will swell with pride that your country, your motherland, has made such rapid strides, which very often even we are not aware of. We don't know the span and extent of our auto sector. While you are all with the logistics industry, many of you are aware of the new modern vehicles, many of you own very good cars, but you don't realize sometimes the huge ecosystem that India has created across mobility. This time mobility is twice the size of last year's mobility conference. It is at Bharat Mandapam, at Yashobhumi, and a huge complex in Greater Noida. We are the world's third largest startup ecosystem. We had Startup Mahakumbh last year, the largest ever gathering of startups anywhere in the world. This year, it will be twice as big as last year. Double the size. In fact, I'm sharing all this with you because I'm hoping that our entire logistics sector, and it's a huge sector. After all, you move millions and millions of tons every single day. You're moving material across borders, across countries, across continents. Every single day there's shipping, there's all the service providers. It's a huge ecosystem. We have custom house agents maybe have some gathering. We have warehouse owners have a gathering. Have we ever thought of having the entire logistics sector under one umbrella, like we have LEAPS, or we have the awards where we are recognizing the achievements of different stakeholders, but across the value chain of logistics? Can we think of something so big that the world wakes up to the opportunities that India has to offer? You'll have investors coming here, you'll have competitors coming here, and we must think of the whole industry as one. That gives us strength, that gives us the potential to grow. And I'm sure most of you are aware that Prime Minister Modi has set before the nation an agenda for the next 23 years as we proceed towards Viksit Bharat at 2047. And that agenda involves taking our economy from $3.5 trillion to a $35 trillion economy. Now imagine if the country has to become 10x. My own sense is that the logistics sector will have an exponential growth even more than 10 times. Because we'll move up the value chain rather than only moving raw material or intermediate goods. We'll get more and more into finished products, into machineries, into finished automobiles. All of this will require a huge amount of construction all over the country. Again, big business for logistics. So logistics has to now start thinking of exponential growth. Gone are the days that we could look at a 10-12% growth and feel very satisfied we've done wonders. And therefore, I think an engagement like today, where not only have we released in great detail the LEAPS report, which helps us understand what is the logistics framework across the country, how difficult or easy different states are in their regulations and policies and processes, how each one is faring. And this morning I have asked my team that for the next year's ranking, we should tighten the system a little more. All the criteria should be made tougher. I think too many people are getting high achiever awards. So we are going to tighten all the entire marking system. Expectations obviously have to go up. We can't live in expectations that were set 5 years ago, which is this at least 5 years old? This 6 years old. Would you all agree that we need to now make better, more exacting standards? Do I have everybody's agreement? Yes. Lovely. We have to have bigger challenges in life. Otherwise it's so boring. And as we accept those challenges, the country's competitiveness on the global stage will become better. You're all aware of the huge geopolitical challenges that the country is facing, the world is facing. And if we have to be prepared for that, we have to be ready in several areas. And logistics certainly is an important critical area to achieve the wider, bigger goals that we are attempting to. Similarly, today we've come out also with a framework for assessment of logistics cost in India. very often, and that's something I've said on earlier occasions also. This is a framework, and I'm grateful to NCAER for their support in developing this framework. The reason we felt this was necessary is that over the years, we've been dependent on foreign companies or outside agencies who have somehow come to a conclusion that India's logistics cost is 13-14%, it's extremely high, etc., etc. We've all heard it, right? I think there's more to it than meets the eye. For example, if India continues to keep exporting iron ore or iron and steel products or cotton or agricultural produce, rice, wheat, onions, obviously the logistics cost is going to be high. These are voluminous materials. These are raw materials in some sense or basic output. The value of what we are exporting is low, and logistics cost will obviously be in proportion to the value that you are sending, extremely high. But if that same iron and steel is converted along with other things into an engine, then there's a significant value add. The logistic and the volume will be less, the weight will be less because a lot of things will get shaved off. Obviously the logistics costs will come down. Now the same thing, you make an automobile out of it, it will further bring down the cost of logistics. So if you export gem and jewelry, high value added products with significant intricate working on it, probably you'll end up with a logistics cost of 1.1%, 0.2%. And maybe if you export iron ore, you could have a logistics cost as high as 30%. And an averaging out of this could probably lead us to very irrational results and misleading results. While we in the government are focused on value addition, so we are looking whether agricultural produce, marine production, our raw materials, all of them can have a bigger and bigger investment going into the upstream and downstream industry, so that what we export is a significantly costlier product with significant value addition on it, better packaging, and that coupled with all the initiatives for ease of doing business, with initiatives of computerization or modernization of our processes. We are now also considering a digital public infrastructure type of framework. Probably you might have shared with them in earlier part of the program. You have not yet. The idea is that just like UPI has created a network on which different people can ride on that network and share data and make it easier for people to do business, to do financial transactions in the case of UPI. In our case, it will be about all the paperwork that goes into movement of goods. Imagine what a transformational impact it could have on your businesses and the volume of business that each one of you can do. And unless we do something like that, we'll only land up having millions of records and paper-based documents, which finally will come home to haunt us. Also, when we look at digitization, it's been piecemeal. Different bodies have their own digital frameworks. We need to get all of them onboarded on one network. And therefore, as India is moving up the chain through a variety of digital offerings, and now our digital offerings have become the envy of the world. The world wants to use the DPI that is prepared in India. We would also like to develop digital public infrastructure that will transform the governance framework. It will enhance ease of operations for all of you and help decision making on the fastest, most cost effective and best way as service providers to serve your customer and get more business for each one of you, help the country grow and meet its ambitions to become a developed nation. In fact, the PM Gati Shakti is also another example of how a network or a set of protocols are helping India plan its infrastructure better. I don't know if any of you got a chance to see the PM Gati Shakti Experiential Center. Some of you have. I hope you were able to understand what PM Gati Shakti is a little better after seeing it. Was it easy to understand what we are trying to do in PM Gati Shakti? Or is it still complicated and needs further simplification? What was your reaction? So my sense is on logistics also, if we can create this kind of a digital public infrastructure, we may be able to get some good outcomes which will make it easier for you to run your businesses smarter. Our leads dashboard can be integrated with such digital offerings. And all in all, we'll land up with a situation where you will be future ready for the needs of India, for the future needs of India. Let's not take today's program only as an award function. Congratulations to all the award winners. I hope it encourages the other states to aspire to do better in the future. But let us today start building out our roadmap for the next 20 years. How we will meet the challenges of tomorrow. How we will integrate with the rest of the world so that there's ease of movement of goods. How we will elevate our systems to make them world class. And towards that end, I would like to suggest that we work on 4 or 5 areas between the states and the private participants here. If we can start drawing state action plans, how to make it easier for the logistics business to do better, city and regional plans, even within the city, even within regions, there'll be different ways of getting the best outcomes. And logistics can truly make or break a region's success story. And therefore, our planning, our last mile connectivity, you remember the JNPT port, बढ़िया पोर्ट बन गया, but सालों तक उसकी access road हर साल टूटती थी. All those who are from, all of you must have been to JNPT sometime or the other. I'm sure you recall the lousy roads. So the last mile connectivity becomes extremely important. What we are going to do for adequate land banks near the ports, for warehousing, for bonded warehouses, for trucking, parking, so many things associated with your industry, cranes and whatnot. That future planning, the states along with the private sector should start doing from now. Micro and macro planning, time-bound action plans, start talking to your governments to start preparing yourself. Otherwise, you will not be able to attract investment. Very often people say investment is going to Gujarat or Maharashtra or Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. It's because the enabling infrastructure is able to cope up with the increasing economic activity. But even these states, if they don't become future ready, at some stage they will find a stress and people will start moving out or people will start looking for newer locations. Another thing that we should seriously look at is adopting green logistics technologies, because the world is demanding sustainability and sustainable practices. All the states and union territories have started gaining momentum towards this effort. I think we can do more, we can do faster action on sustainability also. Of course, technology is going to determine our success in the future, and each one of us will have to start adopting newer and newer techniques and technologies. We'll have to embrace artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics. That will also be extremely important for all of us to focus on. Fourth, and very dear to me, very important for all of us, is skill development. I'd like to place on record my appreciation of IIM Mumbai for starting the courses dedicated to the logistics ecosystem, in good measure thanks to their chairman, Shashikiran Shetty, who offered, and I think has also significantly donated to make that special effort to have programs on logistics. Similarly, at some stage, we must focus also, rather why at some stage? Today, we must start looking at gender inclusivity also. I mean, we'll have to gradually start looking at greater involvement of our sisters, our daughters in this field. It's a very respectable business, it's a respectable job, it's a respectable work, and we must try and involve more women and increase the women participation in the logistics sector. Finally, I think multimodal hubs that the government is planning can only be successful with greater public-private partnership. I would urge states also to start looking at futuristic needs for multimodal hubs, for inland container depots, make adequate land available, but do all of that through the bidding mode and a transparent process that everybody gets a chance to participate. Bring competition, and the spirit of competition always helps improve efficiency, bring down costs. If we all agree to work on these 6 areas, I'm very sure that you will lead by example. Better and lower logistics costs will become a reality. On our part, we are investing significantly on infrastructure. Vadhavan port will be one of the world's largest ports, the country's largest port. Almost every port has doubled its capacity last 10 years. Now we are looking at further doubling its capacity in the next 7-8 years, capacity of the nation as a whole. So our effort is to have adequate pipeline to be able to grow the economy. And towards that end, I think if we all work together, we can take a great leap forward. And that leap will involve longevity of our own businesses. That leap will help us in our efficiency and effectiveness to serve our customer. That leap will help us in the accessibility of goods throughout the country and throughout the world from India. And it will help us in our effort to digitalize. So lead as an LEAD with longevity, with efficiency and effectiveness, with accessibility and accountability, and with digitalization of our processes, we can truly transform the logistics sector to meet the needs of the 21st century and prepare India for Viksit Bharat at 2047. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful address, sir. And with that, we have come towards the end of our event, sir. I'll request my colleague, Director Rakesh Meena, for a quick vote of thanks, sir, and then maybe we can proceed for the dinner. Yes, sir. Then thank you so much for joining us, sir. Sir has a flight to catch. So once again, sir, we extend warm thanks from all of our side. Rakesh, sir, please.
Thank you. Honorable SCM, sir, Honorable Minister of Commerce and Industry, Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Secretary DPIT, esteemed dignitaries and distinguished guests, and valued colleague. As we bring this remarkable event to a close, it is both an honor and privilege to extend a vote of thanks to all those who have contributed to this resounding success. The first and foremost, my heartfelt thanks goes to Honorable Minister, sir, and Minister of State for Industry and Commerce and Industry, respected Secretary, sir, and their esteemed presence and inspiring address. Your word reflects the commitment and vision of the Government of India to Viksit Bharat and transform the logistics sector into an engine of economic growth. I would then like to thank the Joint Secretary, Sri Surendra Hirwar, sir, E. Srinivas, sir, and our ex-additional secretary, Sri Rajiv Singh Thakur, sir, who always there to guide us, to lead us for this success.